everybody, and welcome to, man, what is this? Is this
Uh,
seven? Six?
sixth.
Sixth episode of the second heist of Golden Vault. I'm not going to do the recap. That's your job, Ravnock. Take it away.
Um, well, I successfully scared your characters last times, and I know this because you guys got through two rooms. Actually, you got through one room, uh, so I don't have much of a recap. You guys started out outside with the key, and after investigating it for about an hour, maybe I don't know,
Too long.
you finally put the key in, and the forest kind of disappeared behind it, and showed a full moon illuminating a path out to a mausoleum where a unicorn um, galloped down the road and into the mausoleum. You guys moved down into the mausoleum, and the unicorn began to speak to you. His name was Grigori, and he welcomed you to face the trials to meet his master tonight. After that, you guys began the trials. No choice of your own. The door's shut behind you, of course.
Sure.
And you moved on down, and you came into a room that was completely silent, where you had multiple cultists with their eyes gouged out and their ears gouged out, dancing in a silent dance, but they were all moving exactly together. And you guys made your way through that room. Garth, you went over and you saw a door that had three locks on it. One lock had symbols, like you had seen earlier on the premium wines. And there were three dials on that you could change, and it said above it, Socrates' wisdom. In the middle, there was just a normal lock that it didn't even look like there was anything you could do to unlock it, that said Platonics' truth. And then at the bottom, no lock seemed to be across where it said Aristoteles' intelligence. Everybody else made their way into this room where you guys are at now.
I think you forgot the most important thing that happened in that room. One of our own joined the blind. Let's not forget.
You know what? I really hate that I almost just skipped that part. Nikolai had one of the cultists run into them, and when they did, they grabbed him, and Nikolai lived their life in just a brief moment, lived their entire life, and lived their fall from an upstanding citizen into a member of this cult, dancing around in a circle in silence with their eyes gouged out. At the end, they said to Nikolai, "You're going to need much better eyes than these to see." And they ripped them out of her head. No pain, but empty eye sockets and blood running down their face. After that, everybody made it to this room that we're now in here. It's a small, cozy room. It's got a bunch of bookshelves, some books, a charcuterie board in the middle. Everybody is in here now. Grigori made a reappearance.
He
came in.
Is his name Gregory and he's just pretentious about it? I've been meaning to ask that.
He's like Eastern European.
Okay. So yes.
Grigori. Yeah, it's Gregory.
You're just gonna call him Greg. Hey Greg.
Hey Greg.
He'll answer to that.
Hey G-Man.
So Grigori told you the story about Eladrin, a powerful mage who could travel plane to plane. He traveled to a plane where there was no magic, where he met a being that was a servant of the true master, someone that they called it that whispers in the void. He offered Eladrin an escape back to Toriel in exchange for his help arriving on the planet. So when Eladrin arrived here, he began building this cult. The first step, Gregory tells you, the first step is you must do as Eladrin did and learn the language of the planet with no magic. And as he says that, he runs through the wall, and the bookshelf scoots back into the wall, and in its place comes out a fountain. And on this fountain is a faucet. A tap and a faucet. The tap can be turned to the right, and when you let go of it, it snaps back to its initial position. And whenever you twist it, water begins to drip. Whenever you let go, depending upon how many drips fell out, a symbol appears right above. Also,
And there was
to
a
the right,
button that disappeared.
the button is no longer here. The button is gone. The button never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. To the right is a set of dials. They have currently a symbol that looks like a capital I on all three of them. And below it is an empty slab, sort of like what's above the fountain. So far, you guys have learned you cannot read any of the books in this room. The number of water drops corresponds to the symbol on display, and these symbols were on the back of the premium wines menu. You've also seen a certain number of the symbols. I shared those with you earlier. And now that is where I leave you guys. Who wants to start? Nick,
So
go
Donna
ahead.
is gonna. Oh,
Sorry. The first thing, Nick is blinded, and he's just kind of like standing there, a little shocked, and you hear this bitter little laugh come out of his mouth, and he goes, "Eladrin, a man bearing the name of my people has brought this on me," and because he is an Eladrin elf.
Okay. Do a wisdom saving throw.
oh no.
If I can find, there we go.
Hey, that's not too bad.
Nick feels a slight moroseness come over him, such as an anger that he just can't overcome. And then after just a moment, he's able to let it go. But for just a second, you felt that rage like you had felt earlier when right before Dolly had tried to save you guys. Donna, I think you were about to say something.
Yeah, I think Saldana's gonna go up and turn one of the knobs. Let's say the rightmost knob.
So, do you mean the little dials that have the symbols on them?
Dials. Yeah.
All right. Which symbol do you want to turn it to? It's got all of the symbols you know, and there's actually some more too.
Let's turn it to. Oh, hang on. Let me. Now I have to look at two things. Hang on. Because there's symbol. Right. So there's 3 dials.
Yep.
I am gonna do the one with the double parentheses.
Okay.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna do. Actually, no, scratch that. So left to right, it's gonna be 1 with the single parentheses, 2 with the double, or 1 with the double parentheses, and then V. So 1, 2, 3, basically corresponding to the numbers that we found out.
Gonna move this onto the frame, just so people can see what we're talking about. Snippet. You gotta love it.
Whoop.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. Should have done this before.
Man.
On the little screen below, you see the number 171.
Hmm.
Oh God, now there's numbers too. Oh, I didn't do too good in math class.
Oh, I don't have a friggin' pen. All right.
I thought we just had to read.
Garth, remind me, what's in these books on the table?
I don't think we was brave enough to try those, to be
I tried
honest.
to look at it, and it was a language that nobody can actually understand. It's beyond our comprehension.
Do any of the...
BWL, I think I have something that can help you. I have a spell that will probably allow us to read this. And Nick's gonna cast comprehend.
Wait. Nick, before you do that, it's part of the puzzle. That's what we're trying to figure out, I think. So, I don't think comprehend languages is going to do anything. That's all I'm saying. Above table.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
Real quick, what was that number one more time?
So you put in the symbols for 1, 2, and 3, correct?
Yep.
You got back the number 171.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's not that.
What I was going to do, just in case, before you cast that on me, Bush with Legs is going to be like, "Hey, what is this, like video poker?" And he's just going to start spinning it around. But I wanted to see one thing: is there any symbols that I'm seeing that we don't already know as I'm moving them back and forth?
Oh, so you're spinning the things? Yes, there are. Let's see. There are 6 symbols you have not seen.
So 12 symbols total?
Yes, 12 symbols total.
We actually have uncovered 7 because it's 7 with a single quotation mark for number 7 is in my notes from last time.
And I'm sure 8 is with 2. So, just to keep with that logic. But I was going to just have Bush with Legs end that on, I think you said the number before was 171. Let's let it ride.
What do you mean, let it ride?
He was acting like it was video poker.
Oh, okay. So you're just wanting to spin. You're just spinning all 3 of them random.
Woo! And then I'm like,
Okay.
just having it land on 171, unless you want it to be more random.
Roll for it. It's 12, right? Roll 3d12 or something. Can we do that in here? Oh, that's not like a thing. Oh, no, yeah, it is. What am I talking about? There's a d12. God.
So when you spin them all crazy, you get the symbol that looks like a 7 with 2 checks. Then you see the symbol that looks like a 7 with 1 check. And then the same symbol again, 7 with 1 check. That's what you get when you spin them all 3. And then the number that shows up in the bar is 1,243.
Garth's just sitting in the corner, rubbing his temples.
Will you say those 3 symbols again?
Yeah, one more time.
8. I'm just going to say them as your all's. You guys have figured out enough. I'll just say them. It's 877.
And then the number that it came up with was
1,243.
Okay.
Math, y'all.
Friggin' hate. Actually, that was a lie. I love these sorts of things. I just don't have a pencil with me.
BWL. You notice there's a picture on the wall, with a man crossing his arms like this, and you notice he has 6 fingers on. Well, he has 5 fingers and a thumb on each hand, so he's got 6 fingers, 12 altogether.
Hey guys, look at this freak! And I'm gonna like have a big sign popping out of my head.
Can
someone explain?
Yeah, well, we'll tell you what.
This dude's got 6 fingers. What a freak!
Oh,
Crossing his. He's got six.
I don't want to just like skip people, but I was gonna say, let's roll it, Rod, and I'm gonna do 175.
You're putting in 175.
Yeah. So this one I actually was just thinking under the premium wands. There's one that's secrets, which is 175, and the other one is 170 for ideas. So I don't know. I was just trying those.
So it comes out. So when you put in 175, the symbols for it, that is, you get 233 is what shows up.
Okay. I think I understand a little bit better now what's happening.
So, okay, I'm actually super lost right now. The symbols on the dials, when we turn them, are we seeing numbers or are we seeing symbols?
So I'm going, whenever you just say the numbers, if you've already seen those symbols, I'm just going to give them to you. So at 175, you guys have already found those symbols. I'm not going to make you recall those exact symbols and make it that complicated.
But no, I guess what I'm asking is, so when I turn those dials, like it get, like they are the symbols, but you're just translating them into the numbers.
Yes, exactly.
I got them flipped. I thought he was putting in numbers and getting symbols.
okay.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Okay.
Ooh, I should have looked for some kind of like Google way of you guys showing me the symbols you wanted to. Whatever.
Oh. Ravnock, speak again. I think you might have started getting weird.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, no, never mind.
So, damn, BWO, you've got all the investigation skills going on. You're pretty sure you should check out, hold the knob a little bit and check out some more numbers from the drips.
Sure. Was there a correlation to like how long I held it that equaled to how many drips occurred?
While you're holding it, it keeps dripping. As soon as you let go, it stops. So you can just, what you can do is you can just tell me how many times you let it drip.
Well, let's just go ahead and let it do 9 drips.
9 times, 9 drips. You see. Make sure that's correct. Yep. Yes. All right. 9 drips. You see this one.
You share a symbol in the handouts?
Yep.
They're all named.
And we want to go slower on this. We were going too fast last time, and people didn't get a chance to take a look and see what was the new one.
Yeah, alchemy's not really putting them in order is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're just named. Well, they're just named.
Can you
symbol,
guys tell what I put up?
But I think they are in order. Because if I go down from start to, if I just start at the top and go down, they line up with the numbers he sent us before. For me, anyway.
I'm not seeing the new one though. Is the only problem.
No.
It looks like a less than symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see that one.
Right, then we'll do less.
Because I didn't actually finish sharing it. There we go.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
You absolute
so that was
dingleberry.
9 drips.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go ahead and see like 10, 11, 12?
Here's 10. Is everybody ready? I don't want to go too fast because I don't want. Another thing that happened last time was it was hard for people to keep up with what I was saying when they were
Yeah.
coming out.
I'm ready for a 10.
All right, here's 10.
Okay.
Probably exactly what you expect.
So it's a less than symbol with one little apostrophe. Because I can't show those in the stream mode, so I'll just say it.
And then when you do 11, it's this one.
Yep. Less than with 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting 12 is just a 1.
And when you put in 12, you get the I with one apostrophe and then another I.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well, Bush with legs is going to say, well, I'm lost, so what do you all think?
Garth is just over in the corner. He's kind of tuning his lute. He looks up. He goes, I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
Guard, you said there was something. Did you see something in the other room before we came in here?
Yeah, I saw another door over there. It looked like it had some kind of locks associated with each of them professor type people. I kind of think we got to get something from each of them to get through that door, but I ain't really sure. I was just going to stand back here. It looks like we got a lot of cooks in the kitchen up there, kind of like poking around, trying to figure us out. So I was just going to, But if you need another hand, I could give it a look, I guess.
I'm hoping for this one to stunt, but I don't want to be all out on it. So,
Can I do 2? Or can I do 3 ones?
I'm sorry.
Can I do 3 ones on the dial?
Just so that the single, just one, like the I, or are you talking about the I with the one apostrophe?
I apostrophe, I apostrophe, I apostrophe. 1, 1, 1.
Aye.
The number 157 pops up.
Okay, that gives me shit. Okay.
Bathsheba, with your passive perception, you've noticed that you can start to read some of the books. You can read some of the titles on the books.
Well, what do they say?
So, gosh, excuse me. So this one right here, yeah, that one right there, the red one. It says the people of. It says a history of the people on the realm of no magic. This one here is, well, the green one next to it says a treatise on the nature of the universe. The blue one doesn't have anything on it. And then the green one, you still can't read.
What was that other one? Not the blue or the red?
A treatise on the nature of the universe.
What color was it?
I'm sorry?
The color of the book?
The yellow one to the right here. It's on the table.
Okay. Is there any symbols on
There
them?
it is. There's lots of symbols you still don't recognize. So there's lots of the language. It still just looks like garbage, gibberish, and then some of it looks like common.
I'm going to ask my friends if any of this makes sense to them or.
Well, hell, I feel like I'm sobering up or something. I could have swore this title cover was kind of blurry a minute ago, but I must be feeling a little bit better. I'll walk over and pick up the bottom one, and I'll open it and just see. Well, wait. Didn't we learn something about the guy read like he read a book and it was really bad?
That was a Far Realms book.
What?
Okay, I'll pick up the book and open it and see if I
Oh.
can read anything inside it.
Inside this book is by Lodrin, and it's about the people that lived on the plane with no magic. They were. He said they were much smarter and more. They were much smarter and more well developed than we are here because they don't have the. They can't fall back on magic, so they have to rely upon philosophy and thought and science and things like that. But he says it's quite remarkable. They have 12 fingers, and the way it influences their religion, their art, their music, their even their language is quite interesting, especially their numbers.
Well, I'll tell you this: they're kind of full of themselves, or at least this guy had an awfully high opinion of them. Just they think they got 2 extra fingers makes them fancy or something like that. I guess it's 2 extra pinkies you can hold up when you're drinking your tea. You know, there's not a lot in here. They do seem to have some kind of reverence for the number 12. Is there anything else I can glean from this? Just kind of skimming through it.
Alodrin really finds it quite remarkable how different it even makes their language and numbers from when just because one species has 10 fingers and one species has 12.
Yeah, they use some kind of base 12 system for all their counting and all that shit. So, look, I didn't do too hot in schooling, right? I mean, so I don't know if I got anything out of this that can help you too much.
BWL, you said the man in the painting had 12 fingers?
Yeah, didn't you see that freak? Oh
No.
yeah, sorry.
The numbers, are they reflections? Are there images like reversed or like paralleled, like on they get their symbols get less as they get higher. They start short and get higher. One quotation, and then what was their number 12 symbol?
1'1", right?
Mm-hmm.
1'1".
Yeah.
Was it 1'1" or 1'1", 2'?
So it instead of saying 1, let's say I
Okay.
Yeah, I.
for the symbol. It was I' was what you saw
Right.
when you put in 12. A 1-0 essentially.
Hmm. I'm starting to miss the the creepy cultists. Hey Nick, how you doing, by the way?
Bad, but I'm coherent now.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna just poke around the rest of the room while they're trying to solve that, and just see if there's anything else on any of the other walls. Just any other clues. I'm gonna poke around the room. Garth, Garth is not a deep thinker when it comes to stuff like this. So,
Garth,
Okay,
did you
so-
say there was something written on the other door out there? A name?
yeah, is the name of them 3 philosophers, Aphrodite and I don't know, Philoctetes or something like that. I can't remember
So
their names.
three.
Yeah. I think that's one of them.
BWL, you've already tried the numbers from the menu for the wine.
I tried one of them. I tried 175, which was for
That was the Fey Queen's
Elixir of
secret.
I'm sorry, yeah, the Queen's secret. So
Right.
I was thinking Proton. I'm not sure. Protonics elixirs of ideas for 170.
Try 180. Try 185 if I remember the pricing correctly.
Oh yeah, that's the one for wisdom. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out before I do that exactly how.
So
So
above the lock
these
out there,
people are using base 12 as their numberings. So I couldn't just say 170 or 185. I'm going to have to like figure out how to write 185 in base 12. I think is
Well,
the problem solving here. The
that was
riddle,
going to be my next hint, was that BWL thinks more about what Garth said when Garth brought up that base 12.
because they got 12 fingers, y'all.
Yeah, you've said that like 6 times. What does it got to do with anything?
Their numbers are dumb. They don't make any sense.
Yeah, it goes 1 through 12, and then basically 12 is their 10, so 11 would be 12-1 in their numbering system.
Mhm.
So it'd be
Yes.
All right,
12-1,
all right.
12-2, 12-3 is 11, 12, 13, if that
Well,
makes any
so
sense.
okay, and
You
then
can Google it.
All right, so oh god, okay, so this is the math I could do. I could do this part. All right. So what number are we trying to get to? 185, right?
I think
Yes.
that's what. Yeah, because that's
Okay.
the price of that wine from the socks guy.
So
The
that's
guy
gonna
named
be
Juan that was selling socks.
No, the soccer Texas or something like that.
Oh, the socks guy that was selling wine.
so
The wine was
12,
named after the socks guy.
12-6,
Yes.
12-6. No. 185. Hang on. 185.
144 is 12 times 12, right?
Yes.
I'll take your word for that. It's a good thing people that play D&D like watching people do math.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
It's
everybody.
like everybody get out their TI-8s.
Oh, I missed those calculators.
I wish I
Yeah.
What
still
I
had
wouldn't give
mine.
to just write boobs one more time.
I think I
You
still got
still
mine
can.
somewhere.
You've got walls and markers, right?
Yeah, right.
You can write boobs wherever you
I could
want.
write so
right
many
on.
boobs across that. You know what? You're right. That's what I'll do with that other wall. It's been blank for like 5 years. Why did I never
I'm
think
gonna
of
stop
that?
distracting. Grigori kind of sticks his head out from the wall and says, "You guys can Google it." And he sticks his head back in.
Hey, gee, I don't even know. I don't even know what we'd Google at this point, man.
So, I'm thinking I know, but I'm not 100% sure if it doesn't work right.
That's what the dial on the
So,
wall's for.
yeah, so I'm going to be like sitting there counting my like twigs up in the air until I'm like, I think it's 245. Let it rod, and let's see what happens.
That's gonna be incorrect, but you went the wrong way.
Yeah.
So the number that then
1265.
Nope.
It's 1265.
245 is what I was trying to do for 185.
Right. So you did it. You went backwards. So do it the other way. Do your math the other way, and you'll get the correct answer.
Is it 1265?
Close. You almost got it.
Oh, okay.
Remember, 12's not a number in it. It's 0 through 11.
135.
There you go. When you put in when you put in the 1, the 3, and the 5 below it, the number 185 shows up.
What?
Does
No gold
anything
coins?
happen?
Nope. Nothing happens.
You know, it's
What a ripoff.
Okay.
I think
So what are
it's
the other-
hilarious that does nothing. He just wanted us to do it.
No, it does something, just
No,
not here.
no.
This
Now
was
we know-
just remember. This
Gotcha.
was just to help you out. Remember where you should actually put in those numbers.
Oh, in the dripping.
Well, on the locks on the wall to
Oh,
the
wait,
other
yeah.
rooms.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking on that. But we're still trying to figure out something here so we can read the books. I'm still thinking it needs to be 170
Oh.
since now that I know what's going on.
So, okay. What do you do then?
Well, I was going to put in 122.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
The number 170 shows, but nothing happens.
Okay, that
It just shows you the
Okay.
number 170.
All right. Well, we figured out how to do the puzzle, guys. Yay!
Yay!
Garth's just like, oh, cool. Was it just for fun or what? Nothing happened.
I guess we gotta put this number in the
And the door I found? Well, there's still
Sorry,
two
yeah.
other things in that door, though, right? I mean, there's one for each of those people. So where's the other
Yeah.
stuff?
Well, I mean, we know how to do the codes to get in, or at least I think we do. Wisdom for wisdom, proof for truth, etc., etc. But I still figured there'd be something that we would do here, so we would learn how to read the books.
Using his investigative skills, BWL thinks that the next part of the puzzle will open if we were to go out and put in those the first part.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But you got a passive 18, so I'm just giving you this now.
Okay, thanks. Duke wouldn't have figured that out, but
The question is who do we want to go back out there to put the numbers in the door?
Do we need to do truth too? Which one is 210?
Well, we won't know which one is going to appear on the door until after we put the first lock in the door.
Well, the door, the top door was the only one with the reels on it, and it asked for Socratic's wisdom.
Yeah, we don't know until. So again, we're gonna have to try and think about. Nick can teleport, but because he's blind,
Yeah, Nick, you ain't gonna be the one that goes out there. We need somebody quick.
That's not a great idea.
yeah,
yeah,
I'm thinking maybe me, but I'm not sure. I can go fast and around corners, but I'm not sure if somebody else maybe is better at that.
well,
Pretty quick.
I could.
No, Nick, you ain't going.
Oh,
You're staying
Helen
here, Nick.
Keller, you just sit right there.
Nick
Hey.
picks up like a piece of the charcuterie. Like, he fumbles around on the table to find a piece of meat, and he just throws it in the direction of BWL's.
Nick,
I'd like for
while
it to
you're
go
Straight through me.
Nick, while you're fumbling around on the table, you notice when you run your hand across a book and it's got braille on it, and you notice you can read the braille.
Holy shit, y'all! So.
You okay?
This has braille. I can read it. I
When
couldn't do that before.
When they look at it, there is no braille.
I tell you, I think you just filled some dust or something. There ain't nothing on that book.
He's gonna run his hand across and like what is the book that I ended up touching?
It's the green one that has no title on it. Inside this book, it describes the fundamental particles of the universe and what makes up everything. It describes the fundamental shapes. It describes what is described as the shapes of fate.
Just some
You would
light
have to
reading.
spend a lot more time reading it to find out more.
Yeah, he
That sounds heavy.
kind of runs his hand over it, and like he reads out, like he's gonna read the first couple of words out loud just to show that he's not full of shit, that there is something in the book, and then he kind of trails off, and he's gonna just focus on reading this as everybody else around. He's so excited that he can read something that he's pretty much immediately absorbed in this book.
Is there any words for us, or does it look like he's reading a blank book?
No, you can see the words there. It's all written in common now.
Okay.
Now that you've solved the first puzzle, all of these books are now readable. Everything's written in common in here now.
Oh, okay.
What looked like nonsense before is just, it's all common.
All right. Well, first step looks like we might be on the right path.
Well, we did math. Let's all sit down and do our reading now.
Yeah.
Well, one of us needs to go out and put this number in the door. You want to draw
I can do
straws?
it.
Or?
I'm pretty quick. I could do it.
All right.
And
You
say
sure?
if someone's got Fey touched and can just like, actually, I don't even think you need that. How many? 6. And yeah, if you got Fey touched, you can just like bloop back in here without even spending a spell slot.
It's not. It's not
Nick-
silenced.
Ooh, it is silenced. You're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
A sorcerer, mayhap?
I don't think we.
No, it's all right.
Oh, is Nick?
Nick's the sorcerer who can teleport.
okay.
He would be the perfect
Yeah.
character to go out there, but he cannot see shit.
Mm,
But he can
Well-
still, like, we can still message. I know that when we're in the room, we can still message to people out there.
but what do you think? Nick kind of has the thought of, well, I wonder what happens when I try to touch those dials up there that have that formerly had the foreign letters on them.
He's gonna pick up the book with the braille, and he's like kind of like touching it and looking at it interesting, and he's gonna like kind of like just, he knows the direction of the dials from where people were talking, so he's gonna kind of like walk over there and feel around to touch the dials.
After you kind of feel around just a little bit, give me a sleight of hand roll. Let's do that.
Oh, I can't feel shit.
You know what? You're feeling invigorated because of you just learned that you can read braille. Let's do advantage. Let's do that. If you still roll horribly, I'm not going to try harder for you.
You got a 17.
Much better, much better. So you're able to find the dials, and when you do find the dials, you find that they are also braille, and you can read these numbers as you spin them around. You can read what the numbers are.
Guys, I can feel these. They also have, like, the numberings have braille on them. I think I can get to that door and back.
You can't get to that door. You can't see anything. I mean,
Well, if
it's
you
nice
just
that you can read the braille, but you can't. You won't know where you're going.
Well,
I'll scoot a chair right behind her.
What if one of us guides him to the door and then comes back before he does anything?
I mean, if I just go straight forward, I mean, can you, tell me what direction the door is? I can just teleport straight forward if you, like, stick me outside the door and orient me.
Oh, shit. I don't trust that. I don't trust it. If you're going to teleport, you could end up smacking into the wall or going too far into the wall. All right, if you insist on going, I'll take you out there.
Yeah. Bros.
I ain't sending you out there by yourself, though.
All right. Is that what's going to happen?
Nick, if you're dead set on going, let's do this.
I think we can do this.
All right.
BWL, you look out from the door and message us while in here to tell us where the people are, so that Nick, because you can still message us while outside the range of the So just message them like, you know,
If they're getting
commands
close
basically.
and stuff like that.
Like I don't even think Garth needs to go with Nick. I think he can just BWL can just tell him like
Garth, if
he's
Nick's going, Garth's going.
Garth.
You're
God damn it,
blind.
Garth.
Garth is not
No.
letting you go out by yourself.
I was thinking
Garth
if
only
nothing else,
pretends
I
to
would
be
stand by
hard.
the door so I could like maybe cast like grease or something. And if something gets too close to you, maybe they can just like slip and fall and give you
Garth,
all some extra time.
I can teleport, but I can't
yada,
teleport
yada.
with you with me. You'll be stuck out there if I have to
You
come
can't
back.
teleport if you can't see. I mean, you just guessing at distances at that point. You could wind up in a friggin' column or something, or in the
If
middle
Garth's
of one of
being
those
this-
people.
If Garth's being this difficult, why don't we just send Garth?
I'm not being difficult. I'm trying.
Thanks, God.
We all just
Okay,
push
so
him out
here's-
the door and close it.
The blind person says, "I want to go." Garth says, "I will go with you," and everybody's like, "God, fuck Garth, right?"
Well, he's being goddamn difficult.
Garth has no idea what he's going out there for. Garth cannot do this task. Okay? Garth is not the one you send for this task. But he will go to make sure nothing tackles Nick again. Because we saw what happened the first time. If they get their
Nick's
hands
not
on them
gonna
a
get
second
more
time.
blind.
No, but they don't have ears either.
I
Other
know.
things could happen.
Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. You probably should send someone other than Nick. Actually, you should probably send someone other than Nick and Sildana, because Sildana's sanity is pretty low.
Oh, that's right. I'm crazy AF.
I mean, I'm willing to go if y'all just want me to go.
Maybe BWL should, just because the only reason Nick wanted to go out there is because he can teleport back quickly if something gets too close to him. But Garth is not. Nick's not letting Garth go out there on his sake.
So
I like
I'm not sure how to.
I like how we're just trying to protect each other. Whoever's going, I'm giving a bardic inspiration to. So
Okay.
before they
Looks like it's
leave the room,
BWL.
I'm giving them a
I'm-
bardic inspiration.
I feel inspired by you, Garth.
Bardically.
Bardically.
I also have a heroic inspiration I can give, so I will also give mine to BWL because I have a feeling we're going to have more than one door to get through.
What's that one do?
It
That's
gives
just
you
inspiration.
it's like advantage. Yeah, it's like advantage on anything. You can re-roll any roll.
Okay, cool. So just a reminder for myself, because one, I can't ping. Where are the doors? I know there's like probably one like just directly next to us, and then I think
There.
there.
That's the only two
Yeah.
doors in the entire room.
That's where
Okay.
you're trying to get, that one on the right.
You're trying to get to this one. So all you can do if you want to interact with it is it's going to take you one turn to get there, and then a turn to interact and a turn to get almost back, and then another one to get in. So it's going to take 3 turns altogether for you to get through. Wait,
I have to get back.
yeah, because
I thought I was going to get there, open the door, and then pop in.
there were
I guess I'll
3
figure that out
locks.
when I get there.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of just gave that away, I guess, but there were 3 locks on the door.
Well, you didn't get that away. I told them that.
Yeah, I just thought they were all still going to be something in base 12 that I would just plug in.
No.
So we're still missing part of the puzzle.
Yep, you're going to move on along, though. Let's go.
That's fine. The dancers are...
Dancing.
Have they just moved to this position?
Yeah, we'll say that. They had just moved, and then you can go. You're watching
Nick's-
them.
Okay.
But actually,
Nick-
give me a perception roll on that.
If I stand at like the door and kind of watch also and kind of
Yes.
discuss it with him, can I use the help action?
Yes, because he needs it. Roll it again, Duke.
Oh,
Oof. It looks like you're ready to go.
What's my passive? It's probably
9.
That. Okay.
9. So it looks like you're ready to go. You're good to go. So you can move 6. So that means you can get down here to the corner.
Like there?
Yeah, you can get like right here.
Is that with doing the dash?
With dash, you can get there, which
then
is
I
where
would
you'll
be
need to
able
be to interact. But you can't interact until next turn.
Okay, that's
Isn't
fine.
he a rogue?
It's a bonus action. Right?
Yeah, aren't you a rogue?
Yes,
He
but I
can
don't think
dash as a.
he's not level 2 rogue though.
No.
He's level
Yeah,
1 rogue.
no.
Okay.
He's level 2 wizard, level 1 rogue,
Oh, gotcha.
which is
Okay.
actually a really nice combo at this level. You see everyone in the room starts to move. And they all move straight down.
I somehow find it creepier that the cultists are just like a bloody handprint than actually having a cultist token.
I literally fixed that earlier, and I don't know why it didn't save again.
I'm
but
like
whatever.
legit
Also,
giving you a compliment. Like I think it looks creepy.
Duke, as a reminder, you can use the ready action, like when you don't perform an like if you just move on your turn and you haven't performed an action, you can actually like use your ready action that turn to it lets you use a reaction on your like immediately on your next turn. So if you need to dodge or roll out of the way, like you can use it to dodge like movement.
It's a good idea.
You have to specify the reasons for it though. So you can't just say something like "I'll attack." You have to say "I'll attack."
Well, yeah,
if
in
this
this
happens.
example would be the cultist is about to touch me.
Right.
Right. Well, isn't there like a defensive action, or is that just monks?
There is a defensive action. I think it grants disadvantage.
Yeah, so you could do that just in case. But
But anyway, it's your turn again, BWL.
Okay, so
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you're kind of like weirdly cutting away.
what do I
dodge.
see on the locks?
I'm sorry.
What's written on the locks, or
So in front of you on the locks, it's now in common. Those locks that used to have those symbols on them, and above it, it now says Socrates' wisdom.
Nick's
Nothing
keeping
else?
a lot of message open with the AWL from where he's in the room because I can do that in the room, like because I can cast it here and I can hear back what he's saying. So I'm basically just being a like link between the people in the room and BWL. So if he needs more input, we can get it to him that way.
Well, what are you putting in?
So I'm asking you. So it says Socrates' wisdom, and there's just one place to put in numbers, or
There's those 3 dials, just like inside the room back there, exactly like it.
okay.
You had the number a second ago.
Yeah, I had to do it again though. 135.
Oh, I had it if you needed it.
So you put in 135.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you do, the mechanisms in the lock, it starts to like glow and sparkle, and the mechanisms in the lock start to grind and move apart, and like dust is falling off of it. It's making all kinds of gross sounds and stuff like that. You kind of take a look behind you to see if anyone notices. They don't care. They're still dancing, and the blood's even worse than before. It's gross. For the first time, you actually kind of notice they've got blood coming out of their mouth too. They've cut their tongues off as well. So they're having a great time in here.
Metal.
Brutal.
Brutal.
All right. What do you do now?
So did the door open?
No.
Is
That
there a way
lock
to
just
open
unlocked.
the door?
No, there are 2 more locks.
Okay, so is there anything else written now, or
Nope.
When I see him do that, does anything change in the room we're in? Any noises or anything?
In the room you guys are in, the unicorn reappears. Gregory has re-arrived, but BWL doesn't know that quite yet. Unless you tell him, I guess.
No, I wouldn't. I just was wondering what happened.
Nick and I got.
Nah, I'm not gonna
Nick's
tell him.
gonna relay that that lion unicorn is back.
No, the other two locks are labeled Plato's ideas and Aristotle's truths.
There we go.
But they don't have dials on them.
Do they have anything?
Nope.
So you say they're locked, but there's not a lock there?
It's locked. These are like a mechanism for a lock, but there's no like obvious way to undo the lock.
Okay, weird. Okay. Well,
What
I'm
do you want to
relaying
do?
that back to Nick.
Nick's gonna ask him if you change the 3 dials with the because there's the 3 dials are still up there, correct?
No, when
In their
you
room.
change them, once the mechanism moved away, it almost looked like a snake. It pulls back into the door.
Okay, so basically you're seeing like the platonics and the Eris, whatever their version
It
of
now
Aristotle.
says it now says Plato and Aristotle.
Ideals and truth.
Mhm.
Actually, Plato
Nick-
and Aristotle, or
Yes, it actually says Plato's ideals and Aristotle's
Nick's
truth.
gonna shout back at the others. He's like, "Is there anything in the books with the names Plato and Aristotle on the table?"
okay, I'm not trying to be like a smart ass here or anything, but like, is it saying did the names change to Plato and Aristotle, or are they still like the knockoff versions we've been using?
Well, it's sort of like when you guys learn the language. You get to see their real names. It's now in
Oh,
common. Everything's now in common.
I see. I missed. Okay, I'm with you.
BWL, what are you doing? You are out in this room.
Well, isn't the unicorn about to talk to the rest of the group?
Yeah, but you're still out in this room and like time's paused out here. It's only been 6 seconds.
I mean,
What are you
I
doing?
just took my action, so I
Mhm.
assume by opening the door. And I'm just gonna like scooch real flat just right against this wall here.
Okay. Then all of the cultists move down.
Yeah, I was afraid something like that was going to happen.
And when it moves down, when it touches you, BWL, it grabs you, picks you up because you're teeny tiny, and it looks at you like it would have eyes, and it takes in a big breath, and it looks like it's about to scream, and it screams in your face, but there's no sound. And as it does, you are taken back into
Way back.
You are taken back into the past. You are as you're moving along, as you're being pulled back. There is the all around you is this white mist, and you see portions of these people's life coming by. You see people saying, "I love you." You see people. Older members of her family dying. You see people leaving, people coming into her life. And eventually you fall into place. And you know your name as Verena. She was once a celebrated musician, known for her divine compositions and performances. But one of her closest loved ones perished in a mysterious tragedy. After the funeral, you laid your dearest loved one to rest, your partner in life, your everything. You laid them to rest. And in your grief, you attempt to compose a requiem for your loved one, trying to seek closure. So give me a performance roll.
Whoops, I did disadvantage.
The first one was the 15, so I'll give you the
Yeah, so
15.
then 16, but yeah.
You help Verena create a beautiful dirge for her loved one.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, poo poo pee pee.
It allows Verena to find temporary peace. After the funeral, when she's struggling, she kind of like goes to some meetings for grief in the city. Outside, she's met by a mysterious figure who offers her a way to fill the void in her heart and has promises of eternal peace. Give me an insight roll.
Jesus.
So does the bardic inspiration, heroic inspiration help here?
No. Nope.
Okay, you said insight.
Yep. Because you're not BWO right now. You're
I
Verena.
figured.
Mhm.
She's not insightful. She's like, oh yeah.
She believes him. She needs it. She's desperate. She's empty and she's lonely, and she just falls for this. And she's ready to go. It cuts to years later where she's at these secret meetings with the cult, and she's trying to. Her mom and her friends are like, we're kind of concerned about what's going on here, and they're trying to talk her out of it. And she is trying her best to convince them that it's not what they think it is. Give me a deception roll.
Uh, 13.
Your friends and family, they're okay. All right, I guess that doesn't sound that bad. That sounds like decent people. It sounds like they're helping you. Verena was never a dumb woman. She was always very intelligent. She liked going and studying. She started researching into ancient cults because she started fearing about what she was being involved with. And she started researching into the far realms. I need a investigation check, and I won't take your passive. Verena's unable to find really any information that leads her away from it. In a moment of crisis, she prays for a sign from her former gods. She hears silence. Torn between her past faith and the new promises she's been given, she tries to study her old texts. Give me a religion roll.
11.
She's unable to find solace in her old religious text. She's unable to find the answer she seeks. She's unable to find exactly what she needs. And you feel her fall deeper and deeper into despair. And you see her, it cuts almost forward, and you see her scooping her own eyes out and cutting her own ears off, cutting her own tongue out. And as you come back to yourself, you hear her whispering in your ears. I'm not going to whisper because every time I do, no one can hear me, but you hear her whispering in your ears. These ears won't hear the truth. And she reaches up and rips your ears off the side of your face. You didn't even know you had ears, did you, EWL? And she just rips them off the side of your face, and she sticks them on her own. And then she screams in your face and does that Jedi thing like they did earlier and just disappears. And so now BWL is deaf.
I just picked my ears back up. I'm just playing.
BWO is now deaf, and there's like blood running down the side of his
I pretty much
bushes.
message all the time, but I guess I can't hear anybody else unless they message me now. So
Yeah, messaging is in your head, so you still can hear
Mhm.
it.
right, and I can still talk to you fine, but the rest of the time I'm just gonna be like watching lips and being like, lips are weird.
Mm.
BWL, you can dash and get back into the room without getting hit, and you
Okay.
should probably do so.
Do you want me to do that?
Well, it's your
Or
turn.
we want to
It's your
go back?
turn.
Okay.
I Nick is like, I'm assuming Garth would have relayed what he saw happen to Nick, and you just hear fuck, get back, like in your message stream.
That's essentially what I'm trying to say is get the fuck back in the room.
Well, I was just trying to give I wasn't sure how you wanted to do it. Like, if you wanted the unicorn to do things and then get back to me, whatever.
Well, no, I wanted you to get your ass back in here.
Okay, I am back in there.
We haven't got all day.
All right, so you guys came back into the when you come back into the room. I kind of held off for this, but when BWO comes into the room, this entire wall over here. Well, I don't know how to make it ping. Apparently,
I saw it.
It did.
Yeah,
It pinged.
you
you
made
did
that
it.
pretty sound.
okay. So this entire wall over here crumbles. And after it crumbles, there's
Somebody
not
go
even
get
any
that.
there's not even any rubble behind it, and behind it there is just a small little chest.
Somebody going to get that.
What happened?
What's
I
the
think that
unicorn
phone's
doing?
ringing.
Is the unicorn just popped back into the room, or what's it doing?
Well, the unicorn. Oh, sorry. After the wall falls, there's a little bag and the unicorn standing there.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you did, but you did something. Oh, sorry. Hey, can someone tell him that he did good? He can't hear me.
I can
Somebody
tell him
go
if
and
you
get
tell
that.
me what happened.
Okay.
Grigori steps up. He says, very good, very good. This was a very nice job on your first task. The next task should be just as difficult. This your
Wonderful.
reward is right behind me. Your next task shall be you need to shit, how did I rock this? Sorry.
What is he selling?
Sorry.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
He says you need to identify and describe the fundamental elements of the universe.
Hey, one of these books covered that, right?
And
Yeah,
he just kind of gallops away into mist.
fucker.
Hey,
But
jeez.
Nick holds up his braille book that he's still been holding. I think it's in this one. They talk about
Alright.
atoms and particles and something about fate or the particles of fate.
All right. Well, you flip through that and see what you can find. I'll go see what's in that chest down there. So yeah, I will go over and with Mage Hand just see if I can open it. Actually, let me go up and I'll give it a look over, just make sure that I don't think that it's trapped or anything.
Do investigation.
Yeah.
Or take 11.
Nah. Taking 11? That doesn't sound fun.
Oh, you should have taken the 11.
I should have taken the 11.
It wasn't trapped before, but just you being there is now a trap.
Oh.
No, it doesn't look trapped at all.
Okay.
It doesn't even look like it has a lock. It's just kind of like a crappy crate.
It didn't bring over my stats correctly. I do have not that it matters with a 0 or like a 1, but I am supposed to have a +1 on that. So I have to see what's going on. So yeah,
They
I'll
might
just
have
open it.
problems with the new rules.
Maybe I'll just open it then.
When you open it, inside is a map. It's actually in really good condition too.
Hey, I found us a map over here. Looks like it's, and I'll unroll it and see what it's for.
Roll a history roll
History.
for me, Garth.
Okay.
Assume
Well,
Nick is translating everything Garth is saying to BWL.
okay. I'll roll history. Oh, I see what it's doing. It doesn't look like it's giving me my half proficiency, so put a +1 on that. So dirty 20.
Okay. You see that this, you recognize this. You've been there once before on a mission from Dolly. This is a map leading to a treasure in the headquarters of the Emerald Eyes.
Hey, no shit. I think I found a bona fide treasure map over here.
Cool.
To where?
What'd you say again? Something the Isle of the Emerald Eyes?
No, the headquarters of the Emerald
Headquarters.
Eyes. So
Yeah, it
remember,
looks-
Emerald Eyes. Emerald Eyes is the name of Jolene's
Right.
Thieves Guild.
I got that. For some reason, I thought you said the Isle. Yeah, it's it looks like a treasure map into the headquarters of the Emerald Eye. You know, that Jolene lady that Molly hates so much. This could come in handy. I think not right now. I don't think it's going to help us at all down here, but I think in the future it might come in handy.
Do you think that it's a thieves guild, right? A different thieves guild, right? Do you think they could have had a hand in interfering with the egg?
Well, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
saw
that's exactly who they
we
are.
saw Jolene, right? She was the one that's on her way
Oh,
here.
she's on the.
Yeah.
Remember the Emerald Eyes on the back of the black carriage?
Could that
Yeah.
be where they thought they were taking the egg here? But
I think they bring the egg
They
here,
are.
but maybe something else. You know, here's the thing though. If they was bringing that egg here, and they had plans to hatch it, this ain't the only thing they got going on. You know, this something. Yeah, something else is going on. I think once we get out of here, we need to talk to Dolly. Probably need to send someone over there to check it out. Because they's up to something.
Well, trying to hatch that egg, obviously.
Well, they going to do that here. We know that's going to happen here in, what, 2 hours or something?
yeah, what
Uh,
time is it?
We already saw it happen.
It's about 8 p.m., so you've got about 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is down here. I feel like I've
I
been
don't even
down
know
here
the
for
time.
3 years.
Seldana, can you try to fiddle with the dial in here? The dial that's next to the fountain to put in any more numbers? Because as far as I can tell, there's names out there that match the wines list, but it's not. There's been no lock has appeared on the outer door. So could we maybe try to put in the numbers that we found on the wines, like for them, and see if it does anything?
Yeah,
I think we already did one other one and it didn't do anything. So because we did 2 out of the 3 we got. I don't think that is going to help
So-
us.
I was thinking that when we put it in here, maybe the lock appears out there.
We could try it just to see.
Well, what'd that unicorn just say? Something about... Didn't he say something about speaking a name or fundamental
Oracles
things?
of Fate. I'm gonna look back through the book. Do I see anything that, like, mentions of Plato in the particles in the book that I'm in?
So the first thing you see as you're searching through, it takes you about 10 minutes. You're looking through. You come upon something that kind of leaps out to you. It says, "From the void, 5 forces rise, each with a sacred shape that they disguise. Air that whisper, water that veers, fire that crackles, earth that adheres. Above all else, the universe peers.
I'm just gonna like recite that out loud to everybody.
So like the elements. Okay.
What was that last one that about Pierce?
So it's air that whispers, water that veers, fire that crackles, earth that adheres, and above all else, the universe peers.
We have to do that fifth element thing where we like.
So it was wind, water, earth, fire, and heart, right?
Earth, and then
You said something else.
Universe.
Universe, that's right.
So it's air that. I actually I know that it's water veers, fire crackles.
Air, water, fire,
Earth.
earth.
Give me the adjective for air, or for the first one. Air one more time.
Air whispers.
Whispers. I know.
Water veers. Fire crackles. And earth adheres.
There's 5. Well, seeing that as BWNL and I both have one of our senses targeted, could these somehow be related to that?
Maybe whispers for ears.
All right.
Water for veers? I don't know.
I hate to suggest this. I really do.
Could be in ears.
But we're talking about elements here. There's 4 elements. And if I recall correctly, there were 4 kind of runes out in that other place we couldn't read. Now, all of a sudden we can read shit we couldn't read before, so I'm thinking maybe we can read those runes now.
Yeah,
now, unfortunately, what that means is one of us is going to have to go back out there. And unfortunately, I think it's going to have to be somebody that has a little bit better knowledge of the arcane than some of the others.
I'm sorry. By the way, BWL, I took away 5 sanity from you for getting touched by the things. Did you take away the 5 sanity?
What? What did you say? No, I didn't, but I will.
And what is your sanity after that?
19.
You now have a minor madness. How does it show up? It's something that's just kind of like, it's going to bother you in terms of like an RP thing, but it's not going to affect your combat.
How about anytime I shapeshift, I'll tell you what I'm wanting to do, and you can like maybe tell me something how it backfires or doesn't do exactly what I want it.
Okay, I like that. During this time, Nick's been continuing to read, and he comes upon something else. 5 solids, ancient wisdom's frame. Each to an element lays its claim. Air, like arrows, water surrounds. Fire sparks, earth grounds, and the stars embrace the infinite game.
Assume I read that out loud to everybody.
Air, arrow, earth was ground, stars embraced. I didn't catch the other 2.
Yeah, one more time.
Fire sparks, earth grounds, water surrounds, air like arrows.
Water surrounds.
Okay, air, arrows, earth, ground, fire, sparks, water surrounds, and then what was the last one?
The stars embrace the infinite game. BWL, with his passive investigation, thinks that Seldana was onto something with the 5th element thing.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that maybe we have to use a spell that makes those, like, does anybody have like shape water or something? Prestidigitation, I think, can also do some stuff.
We got a mage hand.
Well, we could probably just create fire. Like we have fire kits to start fire. It may not be magical fire, but we could definitely, and we have enough. I don't know if we have maybe some water in our canteens, but I don't have any way to create any.
Yeah, I think there's some sconches that we can use for fire. Water we can get. Earth.
Isn't there a faucet right there that's dripping water? We can just.
It does just drip. I don't know how much we need.
You're right.
Just collect some in the cup.
Does anybody have arrows? I assume we have somebody.
Yeah, I've got arrows.
Then we just need earth and what was the last one? Like stars embrace. That was like cosmic.
And the stars embrace the infinite
universe.
The universe. Okay.
Yeah, it's spirit on the classic 5 elements.
It's going to be like a person. That's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a person.
The stars embrace the infinite game.
Infinity? Somehow, try to think of how it could be a game.
You're saying game like GAME?
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any, I hate to ask this, in this room, do we see any chess pieces or anything in the room?
No chess pieces. Does Nick continue reading the book?
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna keep going as far as he
can. Here's the next clue you find. Destiny's tools in geometric guise hold the power of the skies. Fate's hands mold the ether's call. In these forms, the elements fall.
Sounded like dice to me.
So, if I had to guess, this is about rearranging particles, and it sounds like they've somehow embodied the elements into shapes, specifically, or items, like...
I'm going to give you all a minute on this while I get another drink.
I was just kind of thinking, I don't know if it actually makes sense really, but maybe these people learned how to move stars. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch here, though.
Well,
I mean, something that we're going to look in an astral version and do something.
There's definitely, clearly there's 3 parts and 5. I feel like the senses have something to do with whispers, water is movement, fire is energy. I don't know. It's got to have something to do with shapes, or if we want to look around for literally shapes around the room that may be hiding items or something. I'm trying to think of how it said what is it, Fate's hands answer the ether's call. In these forms, elements fall. So, because forms, in these forms, elements. So, and then we have the 5 elements. I think someone's right, though. I hate to say it, I think we need to go out and see if we can understand the sigils on the floor out there.
I don't know. I have a feeling it's related to this.
It may at least give us a clue for where to, because we may have to place something on those items in the floor and then stand in the middle of it or something.
Oh. It actually might just be that we're meant to, each one of us, lose one of our senses.
Yeah.
So Nick and I have already bit the bullet.
Well, okay, so the problem is there's 5 senses. I wonder how they lose touch. Because are they missing their hands? Did he say they're missing their hands? Because it's their eyes.
No.
I know that I missed their...
He said their tongues, eyes, and ears.
And their nose. I remember the first time he said they've cut off their noses.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how they've lost their touch, because that would have to be
they lost their touch with reality.
Well, their minds. They've lost their minds.
Yeah,
I just keep thinking of Daft Punk. Touch. I remember Touch, but good song. Look it up.
So universe could be eyes. See, I'm trying to think. That doesn't correlate exactly to the senses, though. Ears for whispers.
I think you might be onto something with those runes. There's 4 of them, maybe a 5th one, something in the center. I think we got to see if somebody can interpret what those are saying.
someone's got to be able to be fast, and Nick can't do it because he can't see anything, and I can't risk having BWL and me both out of the room at the same time.
Well, of the ones that are left, who's the best at interpreting magical shit?
Has Nick continued to read?
Yeah. He's gonna just keep going as far in
Well,
the book as he can.
I
He
was going
found
to ask, did we ever get to read the green book?
No,
that's
the
the
green book's
one.
what I have.
Yeah, that's the one
Oh,
Nick's
that's the one
reading.
you're currently reading. Okay,
The
my bad.
yellow one was hang on, I wrote it down.
Well, that's okay. I knew we couldn't read the green one at all for the longest time, so
Yellow is the treatise on the nature of the universe. Blue is the history of the people, which you read, but I don't know about the pink one. I don't think anybody's picked that one up yet, so we may want to look at that one as well.
I thought Bapshita had read part of it.
The red one is history on people of realm of no magic.
Then what is the... Okay, I had that one as the yellow one, so that must be... What's the yellow one then?
Treaties or something?
A treatise on actually I can't remember. A treatise
The
on
nature of universe.
oh yeah, a treatise on the nature of the universe.
Okay, so treaties is yellow, history is red. I have the green one. What was in the blue one?
You don't know yet. No one's looked. It doesn't really have anything on the cover. But before we go on, you find another clue in the green one.
Okay.
It says, "Cast fire where sharp corners meet in 3. Lay earth where 6 faces guard the door. Send air to float where edges are 8. Let water spiral where 20 faces relate. And the dodecahedron is the universe's fate."
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I've only been to Atlantic City once or twice, but I think they talking about dice.
That's what I heard. But can you repeat that?
Cast fire where sharp corners meet in 3. Lay earth where 6 faces guard the door. Send air to float where the edges are 8. Let water spiral where 20 faces relate. And the dodecahedron is the universe's fate.
Do we see anything that looks like those shapes?
Nope, not in this room.
So obviously, like fire is like a 3 dice, earth would be 6, air would be an 8 dice, and water I guess is 10.
No, water's 20, and then the last one's a D12.
Oh, 12. Okay, I thought that's what a D20 was.
A dodecahedron is 12, I believe.
Okay, I'm
Right.
happy you know that because I
No,
don't.
Deca is 10.
Yeah, and doe is
Yeah.
2, so
Yeah,
it's
double,
20.
so it's 20.
In geometry, a dodecahedron is any polyhedron with 12 flat faces.
A 20 faces an isosahedron.
I'm so happy y'all know
Well.
that. Okay,
I've
well,
been calling it the wrong name for a long
I was with you.
Yeah.
I
How
was 100%
embarrassing.
with you. I was
Are
like,
there, did
no,
we
no,
see?
she's right.
Did we see other doors when we came down here? Like we've only been to one door out there. Aren't there 2 other doors?
No, there's only these 2 doors that you've been in. This room and that
Okay.
one that's locked.
So we got to get into that room because if there's not any items with these many faces on them in this room,
I'm telling you, there's one place we ain't checked.
yeah,
We gotta take a look at those
Someone's
rooms.
gonna have to go out there.
We gonna do this rock, paper, scissors, or just think whoever's
Nick.
the best at, magic?
Nick, have you continued reading?
Well, sure, we'll keep doing
You're
that.
almost to the end of the book, but have you continued reading?
Yes.
Okay. You found something else that seems to be important. On this one, it says, to solve these trials, you must tear down 3 walls. But to solve this one in particular, you must break the 4th.
Breaking the 4th wall, y'all.
I'm just gonna roll a d4. 2.
BWO remembers what Seldana said earlier about the 5th element.
Multi-paths.
We gotta make out in the middle or something.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be a sexy teenager.
Let's go.
Save the world.
I cannot do that opera. Do not ask me. I'm also not blue.
Embrace the infinite game. Fourth wall.
I'm going to sit down and start trying to look at the blue book.
Okay. The blue book goes into details. Are you familiar with the parable of the cave?
Oh yeah, actually, I think I do. You're talking about like people see the shadows behind, in front of them, and they assume that that's the universe.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what this book generally deals with. You can get more details
Reality
if you
and the
continue to
concept
read.
of reality.
Exactly.
Okay. This is deep. It's heavy.
Well, yeah, it's a big book. I mean, it's probably like 1,000 pages.
Yeah, it's heavy in multiple ways. I mean, what? Being deaf, I won't be able to remember.
That one sounds like it might be the truth. So for the truth puzzle. The next one.
Well, so
To solve these 3 riddles, you must break down 3 walls.
We've lost
But
one
for
wall.
this one in particular, you must break the 4th.
God, can someone help us here?
Jesus,
Gregory?
this is the time for Jesus. Garth's gonna
If
hit
you
his
know
knees.
the answer to the puzzle, put it in the comments.
Garth's gonna hit his knees and start
like and
praying.
subscribe right now.
BWL remembers what Seldana said earlier about the 5th element.
What did Sildana say earlier about the 5th element?
So we have
She
to go
said
and
something like, "Are we gonna have to be like the 5th element and like blowing on stuff and
yeah,
stuff
we
like
gotta
that?"
blow on the air one, put water on the water one, set fire to the fire one, sprinkle some dirt on the earth one. That's what we have to do. That's what he's saying.
Sure.
Let's go do that. Anybody got a match? Don't breathe. Guys, Fifth Element low-key was my sick day movie when I was a kid, so
I love that movie.
I mean, we could start.
Also my bisexual awakening.
So breaking
the
the
movie?
4th wall. Am I supposed to light a match, roll a d4?
Well,
We don't have any items in this particular room. But
I
think
mean,
I think that may be the next step, but like we're talking about elements, right?
You must break the 4th wall.
yeah. So it has something to do with us as like players.
Anybody
that's
in
what-
the room have a
oh, wait. So one of us needs to do fire.
I've
one
got
needs
some
to do-
water.
I can find a ladder. 1 second. Actually, yeah. So fire, water, earth. Earth might be a hard one. I got like a potted plant outside. If anybody has like fire easier.
This is a metal dice that's made out of like,
We've got some
shit
arrows.
from the earth.
God.
There's an air.
I have air, I promise. Look, here it is.
Oh, you
Is
get
that
the air.
wall? Is that wall the unicorn kept disappearing through? Like, can we go like test that? Is it solid?
Yes, the wall's solid. The unicorn was an illusion.
Well, the last time he walked through a wall, it opened in the mausoleum. So I'm gonna try.
Fair. Hey, I know this might not be the answer, but they did mention breaking 3 walls. Bathsheba, you want to just like
Punch it
try
real hard.
Just like put your shoulder
So-
into it, like a linebacker.
Do we have air, earth, water, fire? Bathsheba punching a wall?
Are we summoning Captain Planet?
But
That's
Yeah.
the thing. That's what
That
we're
would
doing.
be. That's what we need.
I
He's
think
going
he
to
could
fix
help.
climate change. Right here's my potted plant, though.
Great.
I kind of hope this isn't the solution. He's just making us doing this.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Just give it all I got there.
This is
You're just
amazing.
gonna try to punch the wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run into it.
Give me a
Go
give me
punch
I
an
give me
invisible
over.
wall, Kelly. Like, just go and punch your wall next to you.
give me a strength. Give me a strength saving throw. Or no, give me a strength check.
Sometimes you solve a puzzle by breaking it. I'm just saying.
What is it again?
An athletics check. We'll give you that so you can have advantage. Or
On
what's
the
it
off
called?
chance that this has
Proficiency.
nothing to do with it. Oh my god!
Nat 20. He
Um.
punches a hole through the wall regardless.
So when Bathsheba, when you punch this wall, it shatters and falls inward. And as you do, the unicorn appears, and he's like, "Oh well, this is not how we expected you to solve this puzzle, but okay, I guess that works." And behind it, there's also there's a little chest. Um,
I know what this episode's clip is.
But yeah, there's a little chest behind there, and Gregori's back, and he's like, "Well, that's not exactly what we wanted, but you know what? I appreciate the creativity."
Well, hey, you said brick walls, so we did that.
Yes, maybe. Well, I did not say that was in book, but whatever.
Well, yeah, sure. I just kind of assume everything's kind of coming from you directly.
Are
From
you
this
are you
particular
Garth?
shit.
Are you Garth Devil here to torture us? Is that why you took our eyes and ears?
You know,
no,
they do say that the
no.
devil presents as something pretty majestic, so he could be the fucking devil.
Inside the little crate is a key. It's very elaborate looking, and it's quite large and oversized.
I think we got to go put this key in the door, right? No, wait. Oh, we
We'd have
got
to,
out
well,
of,
there's no lock out there. We'd have to see if the lock has appeared.
which means we got to send somebody else out. Okay. We want to draw straws for this, or how we want to do this one. Also, here's the thing: are we going to send somebody out? Are we gonna divide and conquer, or we want to send one quick person out to do both, the door and the runes? We still got shit to do, unless those runes had something to do with this, and that's a waste of time. But we won't know until we check it out, really. Any takers? Any takers?
Here's the problem, Saldana. I am not entirely sane, so if I get caught by one of those guys, I might completely lose my sanity.
All right.
Right. I feel like it needs to be Garth and Bathsheba.
You want to divide and conquer? You want to take the key, or you want to do the runes?
Maybe give her. Who has the higher arcana?
I only got a 1.
Bathsheba, you got any of that barbarian magic? You got a good grasp on?
Hers is also +1.
All right. Here's the thing. Oh God, let's take a look. I can run for the runes. If you want, I'll play my favorite song before I go out. Maybe that'll help a little bit, boost my confidence, something like that. And then you go for the door, see if you can do anything with that key. And then, for the love of God, we got to get back here as fast as possible.
Agreed.
Okay, Garth, what song was that you're playing? Is it actually helping you?
My favorite song. It's not by Dolly, but it's by one of her good friends. It's called Fancy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration so I can have advantage on my check. Is what I'm doing.
Okay. So I'm going to say you're able to just get out there. They're all still dancing. There's one directly on top of this yellow one here. And Bathsheba, you're able to get down here to pretty much right in front of the door, but that's going to be the end of both of your all's turns. Is this a good place for you, Garth, or would you like to be somewhere else?
Yeah, I think right there is fine. I haven't necessarily seen them moving diagonally, so I'm gonna hope they don't. But I'm going to use my action to do dodge.
Okay. They don't move. They're continuing to just dance in their particular space. So it's your all's turns again.
All right.
Bathsheba, what are you doing?
Okay, and is there anywhere that I can put this key?
Yeah, so when you pull out the key, the second lock where it says Plato's wisdom, or what did it say?
Plato's
ideas.
It says Plato's ideas. Yes. When you pull it out, when you pull out the key, there is just a little key, a little keyhole that just forms as you're pulling it out. Magically forms there.
Okay, I'm going to open it on it.
All right. So when you do, the key disappears and the lock kind of slithers back in, almost like a snake, like the first one did. And then all that's left is the lock on the bottom that says Aristotle's Truths. Correct? Am I saying the wrong thing again?
No, you're right.
Okay, yep. It says Aristotle's Truths.
Nectar of truth, but
and then you have your full movement speed. Actually, you can get back to the room.
Okay, I'm going
I assume you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Garth, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to read and determine what these runes say now that hopefully we can read them.
I'm going to let you do investigation or arcana, whichever one's better for you.
Investigation or those are the same. So just arcana. And I'll use my bardic inspiration. 19.
Oh, nice. Unfortunately, though, it's still just gibberish. There's nothing special about anything. This isn't actually magical. This is just a drawing.
You see Garth just, if you're watching him, he's like screaming at this thing, like.
I message him to Garth like, hurry the fuck up, get back.
That might be really cathartic to just be in a room that is silenced and scream as much as you want.
And then
Boy,
he'll
would
run
that be
back in the
nice.
room. Well, that was a waste of fucking time. There's still nothing.
As soon as you get back in the room, from above you, dropping onto Seldana, Nick, and BWL and Garth's head, is a small velvet bag that falls and kind of hits you in the head. It's called. So you can go on D&D Beyond and add this. It's called Plato's. Platonics' Polyhedra of Fate. Platonix apostrophe S.
Does this item exist, or are we just doing?
No, it's a homebrew item, so you would have had to have turned on homebrew.
Does Bathsheba get this item?
No, Bathsheba's getting something better. Hold on. So those items fall on your head, and if you want to take a second to take a look at it.
What was it called? One more time, sorry.
Platonics' Polyhedra of Fate.
Got it.
And what it's going to let you do is you can use it as a bonus action or hand to someone else as a bonus action to re-roll one of those die, the D4, D6, D8, D12, or D20.
Cool.
And once you do, it's used.
The version of the D4 is used, or all of it is used?
The version of the D4 is used. So you can use each one, and then after that, it's like a cute little velvet bag you can put other stuff in.
Oh, it's a little
Okay.
Corona bag. Oh, how cute.
But Bathsheba, falling from the ceiling and hitting your head is something quite a bit larger. And when it hits you on the back of the head, you're transported back to your childhood. Where your father, Boom Boom Batarang, he was the biggest Batarak that there ever was. And he wanted you. He was always telling you, you needed to be something more than a princess. You couldn't just be a princess. You needed to be like him. He was the king, but he was also the baddest Batarak player there was. And so when he would throw that boomerang, it would be gone for 20 minutes before it would be coming back. And he wanted you to follow in his footsteps. What did you do?
I escaped. I ran away from home one night.
So you ran away from home.
Yeah.
You're never going to be like him. He can't make you be like that. So you ran away from home.
Yeah, because I just want to like do my own little thing and like sit in the forest and stuff. But that is where I ran into Dolly though.
Yeah. So one day you're going through the forest and you smell biscuits and gravy better than you've ever smelled it in your entire fucking life. And that's when you met Dolly. And Dolly saw something in you that day. Dolly knew you were going to be a star. So she, in her infinite wisdom, had her goddaughter, Miley Cyrus, and had you, Bathsheba, be her best friend on a TV show called Terra Sahara. And Garth Stapleton Jr. he might not remember this, but he was the annoying neighbor in this show.
No, he remembers, but he would never tell anybody. And if they were like, "Are you that person?" He's like, "No."
It only got one pilot, and then it got canceled, and they kind of like shifted gears over to Hannah Montana. But Terra Sahara has a cult following, and Dolly knew Bathsheba was a fucking star. And Dolly also knew that the best way to help Bathsheba be something other than just a princess is to make her famous like she deserves. So then Dolly also tried to make her the fifth member of the original Destiny's Child. That one didn't work out either, but but that's okay. Dolly just knows Bathsheba's a star, and that's why she keeps her around. Bathsheba, what does Dolly mean to you?
Gravy and biscuits saved me.
Gravy and biscuit saved me.
I imagine that's what it says on like your character sheet, like that background portion, like ideals.
And so, Bathsheba, when you come back to reality, you see what hit you in the head. And it's like a small black clutch purse, and it's laying down on the floor. And you receive Dolly's 2022 black Chanel clutch of Rock and Roll Reckoning. I'm adding it to your equipment and just refresh your character. I'm also gonna share it in the. How do I share it? Well, I'm going to share it in the Discord in just a second because I'm proud of it.
Yeah, the dolly bags are pretty cool little magic items.
I
Well,
would
they're
like to
collectible.
remind
They're
Garth
collectible too.
that I gave him a certain penny that allows him back. It's like 3 or 4 when we were running towards.
Yeah, what does that do again?
It allows you to re-roll any d20.
Oh, I had forgotten about that. Okay.
Well, if you get heads, it allows you to re-roll, but
Oh,
if
right.
you get tails, nothing happens, and you can use it once per long rest.
Okay.
Okay, so that there is Dolly's Chanel clutch of Rock and Roll Reckoning. She took the clutch to the 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. After the show, Kid Rock tried to make a move on Miley Cyrus. Miley told Dolly, and they went together to beat his ass with this clutch and Dolly's matching heels. They broke 3 of his ribs, blacked his eye, and knocked him unconscious. Reaching inside, you can find an assortment of possibly useful items that Dolly had on her when she last carried this clutch. It doubles as a club +2, and it also doubles as a bag of holding.
No, that's funny because I don't know if that's a true story or not. But
It sounds like it might be, right?
I know.
But so Bathsheba, you received that.
Did Nick have anything fallen?
Everybody else got the Platonics' bag of what was it? Polyhedra of Fate. Don't be so greedy. You already got one.
I couldn't find it, by the way.
I was really hoping I could use the Walkman, and then you were like, and I can't hear, and I was like, well, shit. And it's silenced. Well, shit.
So after all of this, after Bathsheba gets hit in the head and comes back to reality, Grigori walks back into the room, and he says, "You guys have done great job. Very unexpected with this wall, but everything else has gone very well. You almost actually have this wall. I'm impressed Bathsheba just knocked it all down, but whatever. This is the final test here is less a test, less a puzzle, and more of story. And suddenly you guys are all, the world goes black, and you guys reappear chained to the wall with your arms and legs behind your back, staring at a blank wall in front of you where light is projected onto it.
Yep, Nick, I think he's right. I think he's the fucking devil.
And coming out in the shadows of it, you see the shadow of a unicorn. But this unicorn doesn't have a horn. This unicorn's horn's been cut off. It
So
just
it's
has
a
a little
horse.
stump. Well, no, it has a little stump.
Yes.
No, it's a zebra.
And Grigori, he says, I was once a human, and I once served this cult. I, too, like yourself, wanted to meet our master, and I would do anything. I did horrible things in my day to try to get the power to be able to meet my master, to be able to live long enough. Alas, that day never came. And alas, the world is not what you see. The whole time you've been talking to beautiful unicorn, I killed beautiful unicorn in pursuit of power.
You hear Nick gasp like he's horrified by this.
And then all of your chains immediately disappear, and Grigori says, follow me. And he has you, he walks back out into this room where all of the people were dancing before, but they're no longer there. And this room is now completely empty, except for the skeleton of a unicorn over in the corner with its horn sawed off. And as you walk into the room, the final lock on the door unlocks.
Can we talk in here now or no?
Yes, the silent spell is gone.
I still
Huh.
can't hear anything.
Hey, G. You gonna be able to help our friends here?
You hear
Hello?
nothing.
Son of a bitch. Hmm. I think we only got one way to go now.
What?
I think we all. Oh yeah.
Nick
Hey,
will translate.
I'll start doing sign language and ask if he knows common sign language.
I don't know where the bathroom is.
Shit. Hey Nick, tell the bush we gotta go. And Garth will just walk down to the
Evil unicorn won't help us.
Where is
Gotta find
Garth
a way
walking
out.
to?
the door that just unlocked.
Garth just went off. I don't know if this was here before, but I'm following him.
Yeah, so this just appeared. Well, this is what you see when you open this door. It's a long hallway that extends down probably about 70 feet. What do you guys do?
Onward.
I think that's all we can do.
Tally
I
ho.
hear y'all walking away. Where the hell are y'all going?
Just follow. Hold on. I'll go back and I'll grab. Just kind of like grab Nick's like around the shoulder and just kind of bring him with me.
So since I'm deaf and Nick is blind, I kind of thought maybe I could be like a deaf seeing a dog, like for her.
Yeah.
Can we
if
like
my God.
message
You
each
get
tall
you
enough,
get your
I
own
carry
buddy
him?
cop, okay? You get your own buddy cop. Nick's mine.
I mean, I'm just saying. Sounds like I'm going to be more helpful. I
It
know,
sounds like nothing to you.
touche. But I thought we could like negate each other's disabilities if we like were always side by side, and we could just constantly message each other and like I'm doing visuals and she's doing hearing, and we just like everything's solid as long as we're together.
If you're light enough, I mean, I could literally carry you or like have you on my you can turn into small items, right? Like within like
Yeah.
10 or 15 pounds.
I'll have to be somewhere between 2 feet and something to up to 3.5 feet. So I could be like a backpack.
That's
or
what I
like
was thinking. Could you turn
rolling
into like
luggage or something like that.
however I want the rolling luggage? I want it to be that like that nerd in like the library who always like as a kid, like, and I think I was one of these kids who had a rolling backpack.
Okay, yeah, well, I am a little insane, but I can try to do that for you.
All right. So, what are you guys all doing? Are
Everybody's
you guys
coming
all
down.
sticking together? Because it looks
Yeah,
like
we're all just kind of following Garth, I
Yeah.
think, at this point down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to get the hell out of the place where we were just viciously assaulted.
Probably a good idea.
All right. As you guys are coming down this hallway, it's pretty quiet. You hear like water dripping. It smells like mildew and fungus, but there doesn't seem to be any real danger.
Seems
I'm gonna
quiet.
fish the CD Walkman out of the bag and like basically like kind of have it right on my hip so that like if I need to I could hit it. And then I'm actually gonna dig out I have an item that's from Dolly's bag that's like mace basically. I'm gonna probably give that to Seldana.
Great.
All right. Do you guys keep going around?
I guess.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
go. I'll try to go quiet.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll then.
Okay.
I guess probably me too, because I'm probably right behind.
Everybody,
Mhm.
or
Unless you're not right behind them.
16.
Well, just for the sakes of things, I'm staying with Nick.
Oof.
So
9.
You can.
When you guys come around the corner, Seldana's roll. Seldana, she kind of slips on a rock and makes a scuffle sound. And ahead of you, probably about right here, you see this creature. And it is feeding off of a pile of corpses. And it looks like it's, the way it works is it's like growing mushrooms on them, and they're growing quite fast. And as the mushrooms are growing, it pulls the spores off of them, and the spores glow, and they kind of come into its tentacles and go up its arms.
So is the monster the blue thing, or did you mean to put a token down?
Oh, it didn't share. Hold on. There you go. That's the
Okay.
monster.
Ooh, that thing's gross.
Am I supposed to see something?
He shared it
I
as a
just
handout.
shared it. I just shared a handout called the Rot Angel,
Oh, it's okay. Handout.
and it is absorbing this. It's absorbing these spores coming off of the mushrooms, off of this rotting pile of corpses. And it notices you, and when it does, it kind of like shakes, and a bunch of spores fall out of it, and it starts glowing, and you all start hearing in your head this angelic music almost. It's like it sounds like a choir at a Catholic church. Just like that.
It's pretty sound.
Oh shit! Bathsheba understands.
Is it celestial?
Yeah. Bathsheba.
I have celestial too.
Oh, okay, cool. Garth also understands. It says, "Be not afraid," as they all do. It says, "Be not afraid. I'm not your enemy." And it just sits there and it continues pulling these spores up from these dead corpses.
Sounds exactly what my enemy would say.
Garth, something sounds really pretty. What
Yeah.
what are you seeing?
Well, not exactly as it sounds. It's kind of like a big old mushroom thing that's feeding on some dead people.
What?
Yeah, this is why sight's pretty important.
if you're allowing it, I'm just going to relay the imagery to her. I'm sorry.
I don't think you can do that.
You can describe
That's
it.
what I was saying. Like, if
Yeah,
I could.
You can relay what it looks like. You can just describe it.
Well, okay.
Also,
I'm
the
giving her like a braille visualization.
The creature says, "They use me to clean up their messes. I'm what's the word? Prisoner. I'm a prisoner here." What's that word? Help me. Help me.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. Your passive's 12.
I never run with the passive. 18.
You don't find anything suspicious about this.
Supposed to be 19 though. It didn't give me the extra plus. But there you go.
There's no reason for you not to believe it.
I will ask it back in Celestial. What do they do to you here? What happens? They kill people and then ask you to dispose of the bodies?
Death is a natural part of life, and it's my duty to move along the cycle. But they've trapped me here, and they force me to only be able to devour their victims.
Do you know what they're doing down here?
So, you're kind of describing slavery? Would you like to, like, go against the man and join us?
So I take it I'll kind of relay what they say because me and Bathsheba are the only ones that can understand this thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'll
sure.
kind of tell them what they're saying, and I'll act as like an intermediary.
I
Or
make sure I
Bathsheba
tell
can-
BWL he sounds beautiful. He sounds like an archangel.
He looks scary. Very scary. Flying mushroom.
I can't fight. I'm not very strong. However, I offer gifts, and his tentacles reach out towards both two tentacles reach out and they're glowing, reach towards BWL and Seldana. Do they?
BWL creates a vine that lights up and goes ow and touches his.
So BWL's going for it. Do you allow this tentacle to touch you?
Yeah, fuck it.
When it does, you feel a warmth like you haven't felt since Dolly saved you earlier. You feel a warmth in your soul. You feel like you're alive again. You feel like you're back at home. Sildana, you can hear your mom's real voice, and you can't even fathom how you could imagine that voice you were hearing earlier was her voice. It makes no sense how you thought that was her voice earlier, because this is her voice. You gain 10 sanity points each.
Yay.
But not vision and hearing?
Not yet. No. You hold on. You wait your turn.
Okay. Just checking.
The angel then like shakes a little bit and sends out this cloud of spores all around you, and it says, "Don't be afraid. Breathe deep." And all these spores are in the air around you. Do you guys breathe deep?
Yep.
BWO is going to create lungs to breathe it.
I was gonna say, I imagine BWL and Seldana wouldn't hesitate, but maybe the rest might.
Bush. I guess he can just like photosynthesize.
You still breathe.
Yeah.
Nick's dumb enough that he can't see how horrifying this thing is. He's going off by sound alone, so he's like,
Bathsheba and Garth, do you guys breathe deep?
Yeah, I'm going to.
I think I would hold my breath for just a second, and then eventually, just because of my insight check of before, I think I would I don't think I'd like. I think I would just allow myself to breathe normally.
"Here's a little sniff."
Yeah.
He's got little lungs. He had to.
You, all five of you feel renewed, like you've just slept for a week and had the biggest meal of your life. You generally, all five of you, gain the effects of a long rest.
Ooh, lovely.
Yay.
And the angel says, "Oh, and BWL, your ears grow back, and Nick, your eyes return."
He sees the mushroom. First, he's like, "Oh my god, yes!" And then he sees the mushroom and he goes, "Holy shit!"
Be not afraid.
You keep saying that, but you're really weird.
All right. I
And-
mean, appreciate the eyes, Garth. Garth, let the mushroom know I appreciate the eyes.
My friend Nick says thank you for his side.
It is of no bother to me. All I ask is please help me.
Well, let me ask, what's keeping you here? I mean, now all the stuff out there's gone, and we've unlocked the doors.
Too delicate to move down that small hallway.
How'd they get you in here?
Very painfully.
All right.
Could we like stuff him in a bag of holding?
I don't think
that would hurt.
I think I'd
I
hurt
don't know how
a
big he
lot.
Is he so delicate that like if he touches physical stuff it hurts him? Like the walls or like scrape him and stuff?
It's more like how a mushroom's delicate. Like if
He's
you were to
just
try
so delicate that you have to like that's why he floats.
Right, he's quite large. He's about 20 feet wide. And so if he were to try to leave here, he can't make it through any of these doors or down this hallway.
Bathsheba, let's look around. Maybe we can bust out this fucking ceiling above us.
I want to ask him instead, if we can't save him, perhaps we could save a spore and give him new life later?
That would work.
You're all connected in the mycelium network. If
But
I can save part of you, I can save all of you.
But I won't be there.
You'll be connected.
Yeah,
No.
we've had this same conversation when we were talking about our past selves. It ain't the same, right? You know,
we're all gonna die, Garth. It's okay.
Before we get to that point,
let's try die. I'm gonna die. We're all gonna die.
That don't mean it has to be today, though.
We can try to find a way to get him out of here. Let's look around and see if there's a way that we can get him out before we start saving his spores.
Exactly.
Let's split up. But
look,
I'm just saying, big scary.
Everybody wants to go to heaven. But ain't nobody wants to go now. All right. So let's just see what we can do. See what we can find out before we start slicing and dicing.
BWL, with his passive 18 investigation, notices very weak area in this wall here, and a very weak area in the ceiling here.
I didn't see the first ping. Okay, I'm just gonna be like, hey, Bathsheba, your mother was a bitch, and you should go punch this wall.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we break that wall down, though, we still got the door to contend with, right? I mean, that wasn't like an overly sized door.
Yeah. I'm more interested in that spot on the ceiling over there, and I can actually climb walls. Like, I'll remind y'all, I can straight up climb up that wall.
Okay.
So I could probably go for the ceiling then.
Actually, Bathsheba, I can give you my slippers, and you can climb up and then punch the ceiling.
That's true.
I'm gonna give her. I'm like pull off my little. They're like straight up like the ugliest slippers that you have ever seen in your life. If you put these on your feet, you could climb up the wall. That's what I did back a day or two ago. You can punch up and then punch that ceiling open, and maybe we can get him out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna put the slippers on, and I'm gonna think about where all my trauma comes from, so I can go right through it.
What's it look like when Bathsheba was walking up the wall, walking on the ceiling?
Shockingly graceful.
It literally just goes like this.
As she's doing that, I'm going to sing the Spider-Man theme song, and I will give her bardic inspiration.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, Bathsheba, I need a an athletics save. Athletics check.
They got
too many words.
With advantage.
Oh, yeah, you do get advantage, so roll it again, even though 17's probably good enough. We'll see.
So
I
how
want
long do
another
I
nat
have
20.
Bardic Inspiration and Heroic
I
Inspiration?
Damn.
Heroic is just inspiration. They just renamed it, so that stays until you use it. Bardic inspiration goes away after an hour.
So, do
Okay.
you want to use the Bardic Inspiration on that?
Well, that's what the advantage was, right?
Oh, I thought Bardic Inspiration gave it the 1d6.
Oh no, you are right. What am I thinking of? You're right. It's the yeah. I think I was thinking she was raging for some reason. Yes, Bardic inspiration is the
Hmm.
1d6.
Oh,
My bad.
so in that case, you got the 17. Roll a 1d6 and see if we get see what we can add to it. There in the middle where it says the 5e, you can click that and just say 1d6. Yeah. Nice. All right. So that ends up with you getting a 22. So you did get above the 20. When you do, you're able to smash this roof, and it collapses in, and you're kind of up on a rise. So like most of the rubble and stuff kind of rolls down, and so it doesn't like gather up in the area. And because you did so well with your roll, you were able to. It didn't knock you off the ceiling. You're still up there pretty well, and you guys are able to see out.
How big's the hole?
Not quite big enough, but close.
A
What do we see through there? Like through the hole.
What was it?
What do we see up through there? Like through the hole.
So what you're seeing is you see up, and you're just like seeing into the forest. You can see that full moon that you had saw earlier. Some trees around. Pretty much nothing else. After that fell in, you can kind of hear the commotion of everybody like hooting and hollering back at the inn because it's kind of still close by.
Hey Bathsheba, if you get out of the way, I think I might have a way to make that hole a little bit bigger.
Okay, move him.
Is she?
What you
Where is she
doing?
moving to? She's still on the ceiling.
Yeah, she's crawling on the ceiling over here like a creep.
I'm in the Spider-Man pose.
I'll just take a step forward and I'll cast a shatter right there in the center of the hole. So it says non-magical objects that aren't worn or carried also take this damage. So it's
Oh.
basically like this loud eruption of thunder that I just want to put right in the middle of the hole, and I'm hoping to just blow out some more of the stuff.
Okay. When you do, that's exactly what happens. You send that thunder strike up there. What's it look like when you do it?
I bring out my guitar. I get the tune just right, and then I just give it one big boom, just like one nice chord. But instead of any noises coming out, you can hear it kind of reverberate up there, and then it just boom, and it just echoes throughout the chamber. Like one of those amp sounds, you know what I mean? Like
the raw angel kind of like moves in front of you guys, and you hear Bathsheba and Garth hear in their head, "Thank you. We will meet again." And it flies off out of this roof.
don't make me regret that.
And as you do, it does. You hear a door right here unlock. But before we go any further, that's where I'm going to call it for this week.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can see like the tip of something in there, and I've been like curious about what it is. Looks like a little rune or something. Been very curious.
We are so close, so it definitely will be one more.
Okay. Perfect. Ravnock, thank you for running. This one was fun. I'll admit the math broke my brain. I was tired, and I could see everybody
I'm
else.
sorry.
I could see everybody working really hard on it. I'm like, Garth got a 10. I'll just let them take care of it.
Well,
So,
hey, you had good ideas moving everyone forward, even if you didn't actually do any math.
there we go. There we go. Thanks. So we got one more then, you say, for heist number 2.
Yeah, definitely one more.
Okay.
Surely this next room. There's 2 more rooms, and surely this next room cannot take the entire heist.
You know, you just jinxed it.
I
Right.
know.
This is another puzzle.
No.
How many drips do I need to get? I'm so thirsty.
All right, so one more heist. Quick programming note: like September 30th through that first week of October, we are going to be taking a break from the streams. Just want to give some heads up because I'm going to be out of town. So we'll talk about what the Golden Vault schedule is going to look like because we're breaking kind of close to that, but we'll see how we want to do that.
And so everybody can play Echoes of Wisdom.
There's that. I planned my
Do wanna
business
play
trip
that.
so everyone could play Zelda. I'm assuming that's Zelda, right?
Yeah,
That is the next game I'm planning on buying.
It
I'm
is.
out.
I pre-ordered it. I'm so excited.
So
2 weeks.
I'm very happy for you. I do want to plug if anyone has a PS5, Astrobot is also very, very good. It's a hard recommend for me. Anyway, we have one more stream this week. Tomorrow it's Dragonbane. We've been off for a while on that one, but it'll be good to get back to that. So we have Dragonbane this week, and then that'll be it for the week. And then next week we'll be back here for the finale of this, and the normal stream schedule. You can check that out on the Twitch. I think I have my schedule updated on there. I don't know. But hey, Killer, you wanna add anything since you're so good at this?
Okay. Join the Discord.
Oh yeah. And then
And
Like and subscribe.
add that. Join our Patreon. It's amazing. If you hate us, join the Patreon at $5. You can yell at us.
I should actually make
Yeah.
that tier. We say that as a joke, but I should
Hater
actually
tier.
make a $5 you can yell at us tier, just because we keep saying it. Also, we do have a poll going on right now. The Patreon's free to join. Like, if you wanted to pitch in, you can. No, you don't anybody feel like they need to, but you can join for free because I've got polls up, and right now we've got a poll going to pick the system that we're going to do for some of the Halloween one-shots that are coming up in October. So we're going to do like a spooky week. So we're doing at least one Walking Dead. I think we'll do a D&D, but there's some other systems I've been wanting to try. So got a poll going on to see which one of those we crack open. So join for free and just vote. That's all I'm asking you to do. And I'm also talking to you all here. So, other than that, anybody else got anything they want to say or plug?
What's your favorite mushroom? Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Yes, we should. Yeah, there you go. What is your favorite mushroom, and does it also feast off of the victims of cultists?
Yes.
Great question.
If it doesn't, then you need a better mushroom. Or it can
also
be the one
leave in the
from Mario.
comments if you knew how to actually solve that puzzle that Bathsheba smashed the walls on.
I am
we
very
skipped?
curious what the
You get
answer
5
is.
points.
But
I
I
think
was close apparently, so.
I
You
think
get
we
5
were close.
Wolfkins points. Starting that.
trade them in for an inflatable balloon.
Yep, we're going to have to do this now.
Okay, you know what? If someone can figure it out, I don't know. I'll blow up a
5
balloon.
Wolfkins
And
points.
draw
As soon
Wolfkins.
as we start making our bread and butterfly merch, maybe we'll send you it.
Yeah, we will have to. We will have to have you draw something though, because I cannot put the Disney bread and butterfly I've been
I
using.
drew one. It's in the
I
Discord.
know, but we should vote on which one needs to be the official one because you do two.
Yeah, well, I did one just hand draw, and then I graphic drew it.
Oh, perfect. That'll be
I'll
the
draw a
next.
couple more if we want to vote on some.
Yeah, do that. That'll be our next Patreon poll.
I'll do that. Okay.
We'll
great.
make some bread and butterfly merchandise. By the way, this is just an example of the Wolfkins verse. You got to watch all of these shows to understand half of these inside jokes and the outros here. That's from Temptations, by the way. Anyway, I've prattled on long enough. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. This was, of course, another great one. We had some, alchemy worked perfectly tonight too. It was awesome. So check that out too, because I'm really digging this VTT. Anyway, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being alive. And that's about it. Have a good night.
Bye.